Hello, my name is Caleb Bagley, and tonight we are doing the SGA Presidential Debate. I sit as your 2022-2023 SGA President. The candidates we have tonight are Brooke Patry and Brooke Van Zant. I hand it over to them to do a quick introduction.
Hi, my name is Brooke Van Zant. I'm an agriculture education major here at ABAC, and I currently serve as Senator of Agriculture and Natural Resources for the Student Government Association. I'm so excited to be able to say that I was on the SGA team this year, and I'm ready to take it to the next step and serve as your next SGA president.
Hello, my name is Brooke Patry. I'm one of your business senators representing the Stafford School of Business. I am a business major. I'm currently a junior here at ABAC, and I have truly enjoyed my experience through Student Government Association this semester, and I would love to continue to help the campus grow as a whole through being your next SGA president for the 2023-2024 school year.
Thank you, candidates. Now I'm going to state a couple of rules real quick. So for each question I prompt you, you will have exactly 2 minutes to discuss this. I first ask now to Brooke Van Zant, what does SGA mean to you?
SGA means a lot to me. Freshman year, I was the shy student who went home every single weekend and just went to class and didn't really get involved. I saw that SGA was doing their elections, and so I decided to run for it, and I was blessed enough to get the position of Senator of Agriculture and Natural Resources. Through it, I've not only been able to grow by myself, but I've also been able to grow through the people around me. ABAC has truly become a family to me, and SGA has really brought that for me. ABAC is truly a community to me, and I've been so grateful to be a part of SGA and to be able to represent ABAC's community this year.
Thank you, Brooke Van Zant. Now to Brooke Patry. I ask the same question. What does SGA mean to you?
Student Government Association is much more than just a club on campus, and I know that's how most people view it. But to me, student government is how I truly started getting out of my shell. So when I first came to ABAC, I was commuting 30 minutes away. So being involved on campus wasn't what I was doing at the time. And when I started getting involved through student government, it truly led my passion through leading and helping to be a voice for the students. And it's truly helped me grow in every aspect of my life.
Thank you, Brooke Patry. Now I'm going to ask Brooke Van Zant, why is SGA important to the average student?
SGA is important to the average student for so many reasons. We are the people that you come to for your comments, your questions, your concerns, compliments, complaints. We are here to listen. There's a lot of students who are afraid to speak up and to be the voice on campus, and that's exactly what SGA is. Being a part of it this year has been an amazing experience because I've got to be the voice for not only the School of Ag, but for ABAC as a whole. And that's really what SGA is about, is just being able to represent the students and to be the voice.
Thank you. Now I ask Senator Patry the same question. Why is SGA important to the average student?
Well, for the average student, most of them are very active in other clubs or maybe not as involved and don't really know who to go to or who to turn to for support. So as being a part of SGA, we are here for you. We are here for a listening ear in any problems that you have on campus, or even just to complain about anything that's going on in your personal life. Student government is truly here to be an advocate for you and how we can help pave the ways that you are struggling with.
Thank you. Now, to switch it up, I'm going to ask Brooke Patry the first question. What do you believe to be the number one issue concerning ABAC students today?
I believe that the number one problem involving ABAC students would be engagement. A lot of students are not very well versed on what is going on campus or what opportunities that they have. I know that usually during the semester we get so roped up in our classes that we don't know outside of the class how by simply getting involved in an extracurricular club that it can help you grow even through your major or whatever classes you are in. You can help find supports that'll help you along the way through your ABAC career.
Now I'm going to ask Senator Van Zant the same question. What do you believe to be the number one issue concerning ABAC students today?
I think the number one concern that is involving our ABAC students today is getting involved and the involvement within schools. As next SGA president, that is truly my goal, is to create more involvement on school campus, not only within everyone's school, but between the schools, because that's really what makes ABAC's community as a whole.
Now to Brooke Van Zant. What makes you qualified for the position of SGA president?
Well, not only do I meet all of the grade requirements and GPA requirements, but I've been through SGA before. I know what is expected of an SGA member and the SGA president, as I've been able to watch Kayla Bagley this year do all of the behind the scenes things. SGA and being involved in it was something that is truly important to me, and so I've been able to see all the behind the scenes things, which makes me qualified to be the next SGA president.
Thank you. I asked the same question to Senator Patry. What makes you qualified for the position of SGA president?
Currently, as serving as an SGA senator, I have truly learned all the ways and how to lead and support my group as a team moving forward. I am involved in a bunch of other things on campus. So I am the Vice President of Women in Business. That is a new club on campus that we formed to have as a safe space for all women, and not just women, we're not exclusive, but to use that as a listening ear and help teach people skills in all aspects of their life. Just to create that safe space on campus that where if you don't feel like you have a voice, you have it there. I'm also a resident assistant, so I'm very well versed on communicating and helping take care of problems that simply if when you first come on campus, you don't know how ABAC works or where things are located. I'm very well versed on that as well. I'm also a Stafford Scholar, so I've learned a lot of leadership roles through there, especially with outside. We work a lot with the Business Advisory Council, so we also work with businesses outside. So through that, I have learned how meetings should be run, how to carry myself in a business atmosphere or even a academic atmosphere, and how to truly communicate through different voices and work as a team to all come together. And I think through those roles, SGA has truly been one that has helped me grow as a person the most.
Thank you. Now I ask Senator Patry. With student engagement being unsteady these past couple of years at ABAC, what will you do as SGA president to help promote and encourage student engagement on campus?
So to help promote student engagement, my biggest thing is I feel as though all of the schools on campus need to be more connected. So one idea that I have is on Lakeside Lawn, holding 2 times every semester a Reset Thursday, and just everyone coming up and having clubs involved to also help get student engagement out there, but spearheading that and just having, just an informal meeting of just everyone being able to converse and discuss and have some activities and food. I also believe that next school year having SGA events that the senators can spearhead through each school, that all schools are invited to, but also getting the word out of what's going on in that school besides just the SGA RSO meetings that I think would be very important to hold at the specific schools.
Thank you. Now to Brooke Van Zant. With student engagement being unsteady these past couple of years at ABAC, what will you do as SGA president to help promote and encourage student engagement on campus?
Well, I think student engagement is super important on ABAC's campus, and one idea I have is doing basically Club Olympics, but between the schools, and obviously I haven't thought all of the logistics out yet, but calling it Battle of the Schools and doing it for a whole week, but highlighting each school throughout that week, whether that's highlighting their senators or highlighting their high-achieving students that are being represented in other clubs and organizations throughout campus. It's something that I truly think will bring more student involvement along campus, but also connect our schools along campus. Thank you.
Senator Van Zant, how do you plan on working with student leaders of ABAC?
Well, I think that's truly important. As being SGA president, you are representing every single person here on campus. You going to different club meetings and really finding out what their comments, questions, or concerns are is truly important in highlighting those student leaders and getting them involved, but not also getting yourself involved.
Thank you. Brooke Patry, do you believe the statement that Brooke Van Zant just said, or do you believe there's an alternative route?
I do believe the statement that Brooke Van Zant just stated, but I also believe not just even with the executive teams, also getting to know the club members as a whole. Because I feel like the club as a whole is what is the backbone, as you could say, of the executive team. And working as a team goes further than just the executive team. So I think getting in and listening to everyone's voice in the club would be very important.
Do you have any response to that, Senator Van Zandt?
No, I do not.
Thank you. Senator Patry, how do you plan to incorporate Bainbridge into conversations surrounding ABAC's main campus?
To incorporate Bainbridge, if you have not been there, I highly suggest that you do. The campus is amazing and the people are so kind. But my ideas for Bainbridge would be, of course, hosting some of our joint RSO and SGA meetings there from the Bainbridge campus to also give them an opportunity to sit in and hear what we have going on their campus, and also to help grow their clubs on campus that they currently have established. I think by that, and also working closely with the executive vice president of Bainbridge would be very important to do that. And through Bainbridge, that would also be, I know, holding more campus activities there for them. If it's even just like a simple tabling event, or like we had Build-A-Bear, I know that's an idea of taking that to the Bainbridge campus as well.
Thank you. And to Van Zandt, how do you plan to incorporate Bainbridge into conversations surrounding ABAC's main campus?
Like Patry was saying, having more events over there is truly important. Being able to go to Bainbridge this semester and talk to some students over there, they were really, really excited to hear that we were wanting to bring different events over there like Bears to Build and Fresh Check Day. But as an ag student, I do think it's also important to highlight that. And so I would love to see maybe some ag clubs started over there, which could be something that our school here at Tifton helps with in the SA&R program.
Thank you. Senator Van Zandt, how will you make yourself accessible to the student body if elected SGA President?
Well, I am someone who does everything 110%. If you know me, I'm someone who tries to go above and beyond. I was offered a position as an RA next year, so that's just another way for me to get involved if I was elected as SGA President. But I truly think it is important to make yourself known and to make sure that you're out there on ABAC's campus. So I would make sure that I attend every single club meeting that I possibly can, as well as making sure that everyone has my contact information if there ever was a comment or question to come up about.
Thank you. Interbrook Patry, how will you make yourself accessible to the student body if elected SGA President?
In my role as being SGA President, if I were to be elected, I am a very easy person to get a hold of most of the time. I am very involved in a lot of aspects of my life, but the biggest thing to make myself more accessible, I will attend most club meetings that I can with my schedule. I will also be able to have an open door policy. SGA office, Caleb's current SGA office is in Branch. So know that if you ever need a space or a safe space to come speak, or if you have a concern, you're always welcome there. I will also be sure that everyone does have my contact information and that they know that I am their listening ear and I am here for them in my role.
Thank you. Interbrook Patry, how will you ensure that you and your administration are properly and fairly representing all schools of ABAC and their accompanying majors?
As president, making sure that my team and I are representing our schools, I will make sure I know that we do keep track of them attending meetings on campus, but I would highly recommend that they try to go to as much as they can within their clubs. So also talking to their professors, creating their name within campus, and also creating an avenue that way of being involved with the students as well. The biggest thing that I think is communication. So if we have an open line of communication with each other and we just keep track and keep note of what we're doing, I think the senator team for next year, I've met them, they're amazing. And I think there is no worries in that aspect of having a strong team and myself working SGA.
Thank you. To Senator Van Zandt, do you agree with Senator Patry or do you have an alternate view? I can restate the question. How will you ensure that you and your administration are properly and fairly representing all schools of ABAC and their accompanying majors?
I do agree with Senator Patry, but I also think too that whether you're an ag student or an arts and science student, nursing or business, I think it's important for senators to go to other meetings that schools they don't represent. that's a good way of bringing the schools together and getting more student involvement along campus, because you might not know that a club in the nursing building as an ag student was something that you would be interested in unless you go and attend. So I think it's really important to make sure that not only are we reaching schools as senators and as presidents in our respective school, but we're reaching outside of that as well to create that communication.
Thank you. Brooke Patry, what do you feel is the most important issue that the student body is concerned about today?
I feel as though the biggest issue that the student body is concerned about would be, I guess, the disconnect through each schools on campus. I've heard a lot about that. I've had times to go into the different schools and talk to people. I know they have a lot of different questions and concerns within their school, but I also have had time to talk to nursing just for that instinct. They have a very busy schedule, and most of the time they have no clue what is going on outside of their school. So I think just making it known that we are connected and reconnecting every school and listening to them and their concerns. I know there's a lot of concerns across campus, but I feel like that is one of their biggest ones.
Thank you. The same is said to Senator Van Zandt. What do you feel is the most important issue that the student body is concerned about today?
While I agree with Senator Patry that our students are concerned about the connection between schools, I also think for our students living on campus, they're very concerned about the living situations, including washers and dryers and the dogs around campus as well. So I think it's really important next year that we discuss that and really try to find a situation to connect the schools, but also make sure that our students are satisfied with their housing.
Thank you. To Brooke Van Zandt, what is your vision for SGA if you were elected president?
My main vision is student involvement and school involvement. As I was saying earlier, I think it's very important for our schools to become connected and really make what ABAC is supposed to be family. That is one thing that I've truly learned this year, being Senator of Ag, is that is exactly what ABAC's envision is creating a safe space, a safe community, and a safe family for all the students living here on campus. My vision is not only to create that safe space, but to make it a place where students can freely be able to start a club about something they're really passionate about, or be able to speak up on something that they think is really important here on campus.
Thank you. And to you, Patry, what is your vision for SGA if you were elected president?
My vision for SGA is also, alongside what Brooke Van Zandt said, is prioritizing student engagement and everyone getting involved. Coming in as a freshman, most people may be scared to truly join things or voice their concerns or get involved on campus. But because I came and I was not from the state. So coming in from even a different state, you're truly come in and you're like, you don't have any guidance through that. And something that I learned and helped me grow as a person is by getting involved has simply shown me how much ABAC loves and is a very supporting community within each other. I feel like if every freshman or incoming person or even commuter knows that they are supported and they have a voice, that is where I would like to continue taking the direction and bringing all the schools together and truly having people get to know each other throughout them and different majors, and just having being knowledgeable throughout each school. Thank you.
For a lighter note, Brooke Patry, if you could be any type of kitchen utensil, what would you be?
If I could be any type of kitchen utensil, I believe I would be a spork. I know that sounds weird, but I feel like a spork can be used as many roles and very different ways to use it. So I feel like that's the best kitchen utensil that would fit me, because I am a very driven individual. So I'm very easy to adapt to whatever situation I am put in. So I guess spork would be the best.
Thank you. The same is asked of Brooke Van Zandt.
I would probably have to be a butter knife. I'm very tall, but I'm also very helpful in situations. I will say sometimes I'm very quiet and I like to sit back and observe things before I actually make the sharp cut, so to speak, but I would have to say that I'm a butter knife.
Thank you. Brooke Patry, what is one thing you admire about your opponent?
One thing that I admire about my opponent, Brooke Van Zandt, is truly like we both started off as senators together, so we are currently on the senator team together. And I admire her drive and her vision and how she supports ABAC and loves ABAC. Even through the role, she has done a tremendous responsibility, stepping in, taking on different hats just through SGA. She inspires me working alongside of her just because of her drive and knowing that if I ever need someone or help, she is there to help. Thank you.
And to Brooke Van Zant, what is one thing you admire about your opponent?
Well, not only does she have a great name, but she's very hardworking. There's not many people that I have met this year or just in the past 2 years of me being here that have the courage that she does. Not a lot of people would be willing to speak up about certain things like she does, or to be able to start a club all about women empowerment within her school. That was something that I thought was very, very cool when I first met her. But she's truly become a great friend of mine, and I've been very thrilled and very blessed to be able to serve beside her this year as senator, and to be able to take on different roles and different jobs with her this year has just been really fun. And she's just always a fun person to be around, and she's very determined, which is something that I'm very much inspired to be like.
Great words from both of you. The final question for tonight is your concluding thoughts as to what you want to say to the student body. We will start with Senator Brooke Van Zant.
ABAC has been a great place for me the past 2 years, and I'm really excited to come back and continue my journey here as a stallion. It's really important to me to make sure that every voice is heard, and as your next president of SGA, I plan on doing that. Bringing the school involvement together, bringing student life back onto campus, and making sure that your voice is heard, as well as your comments, your complaints, and questions. That's really what I've done this year, and I'm just ready to take it the next step and really be able to serve ABAC like it has served me. Thank you.
Now for Brooke Patri's closing thoughts. ABAC has truly become a home for me, not just a college that I'm going to for 4 years just to leave. And as your next president, I would hope that you would feel comfortable enough to come to me so I can do the same and help you transition and join ABAC and the culture within it. I would love to be your listening ear and help you meet all your expectation and goals for the school year, and help you know that you do have someone supporting you and you have an amazing team and your college is there for you. And any complaints that you have on campus, hopefully to get them addressed. But I truly believe as the 2023-2024 president would do an amazing job at knowing that I am here for you and being your listening ear.
I want to thank you all students for tuning in and listening to this SGA Presidential Debate. It's glad to bring it back and to hear both candidates from their viewpoints and what they want to bring to the student body. My last question to you as the student, which Brooke will you choose this Friday? I encourage you all to vote and wish the best of luck to each candidate. Thank you.